It is a tremendously exciting time to be both a modern and a retro gamer. You are getting releases of terrific games, not just for current generation systems like the Xbox Series S and X, like the PlayStation 5, like the Nintendo Switch, but you're also getting brand new games for old systems, or games that are designed to emulate the feeling of that old system on new hardware, and then comes out on the old hardware too. Hey everybody, Gary here with Rock Solid Productions, and we have an exciting announcement to share with you here today with the folks from Retrobit. Over the years, they have come out with some terrific re-releases and releases of games that either were too expensive to get before or you couldn't get before. And with this latest release, they're going to do something completely different. And what I want to know from you here today in this episode, which do you prefer? Do you prefer to play physical cartridges, or do you prefer to play emulation? That's normally not a word that we talk about here, but there is a reason why we are going to talk about emulation in this release here. So Retrobit is working together with Elden Pixels to bring Alwas Awakening, the 8-bit edition, to the NES. That is right. We are going to see an NES cartridge of Alwas Awakening. Elden Pixels was founded in 2016 by a group of friends who came together to develop games they were very passionate about. Their original intent was to create and release games on the original NES, but decided on releasing them on the PC and Steam. Released in February of 2017 on Steam for the PC, Alwas Awakening combined elements of puzzle platformers and Metroidvania style games using 8-bit style graphics, along with a driving chiptune soundtrack. Its success brought further ports on EA Origin, Nintendo Switch, PSN, and Xbox Live. A sequel, Alwa's Legacy, was released on June 17, 2020 using a 16-bit style and was well received with positive reviews. Still, the team wished to return to their original idea for their first title. Taking what they learned for their original release, Edition Pixels teamed up with programmer Brad Smith and Retrobit Publishing to ensure that their dream can finally be fulfilled. Thanks to the community for providing feedback during an open beta phase, Elden Pixels is proud to announce Alwas Awakening, the 8-bit edition for the NES. This version provides a unique experience while also offering some new areas to explore. So one of the big challenges with something like this is the fact that if you're using a PC, if you're using Steam, PSN, the Switch, the Xbox, storage is not an issue. For the NES cartridges, it really was, and the team went to work to make sure that not only did they have a game that looked and sounded the way that they wanted to, but also wasn't missing content. They've actually added content to the NES version. This is really, really cool. For fans of the series as well as retro gamers, this release of Alwas Awakening, the 8-bit edition, will leave them amazed to find out how a 280 megabit game can be formatted into a 512 kilobit, that's right, kilobit NES cartridge. There are 3 new areas to explore and traverse. There's 2 new song tracks. The game screen has been shrunk to fit the NES display. Room layouts have been updated, and some enemies and hazard placements are different. So if you've played this before, if you haven't played this version, you haven't played the full collection of the game. In Alwas Awakening, you will play as Zoe, a heroine sent from another world to bring peace to the land of Alwa. Equipped only with a magic staff, she awakens in a distant land and must set out to find and help the people. Traverse dangerous dungeons, meet interesting and fun characters, and explore the world in this 8-bit adventure game. Just like the old classics, you won't have a flashing arrow telling you exactly where to go and what to do next. Instead, you are free to find your own way, and by using your magical staff, you can progress through over 400 unique challenging rooms in this game. Now, for the NES side of things, you do get this really cool frosted looking NES cartridge on here. Nice thing, new pins, new design, should not have any of the issues that our older cartridges may have went through. You also get exclusive packaging and everything as well. Beautiful artwork on here. I do really like the look of this cartridge. You'll also get things such as a behind the game developer interview, certificate of authenticity, animated lenticular card, a mini level poster, and a full color instruction manual. Am I the only one who remembers instruction manuals? They were great to have. And here you can kind of see everything that it comes with. You know, you've got the beautiful case, the inner sleeve and everything, the cartridge itself, the manual, everything that this comes with is really, this is one of the things that Retrobit does really, really well. But this is not all that they're doing. They're actually going and taking it to a whole different level, and they are changing the way you can play your retro gaming collection now with what they are calling digital. I know it sounds like I screwed up what I just said. They are combining digital and physical into one overall word, and with this is something that has never been done before, at least in a physical digital release. Each digital release includes the game ROM and exclusive digital content packed into a character-themed USB memory stick. Basically, it's loaded onto a thumb drive for you that you can see right here. I'll give you a close-up of it. It just looks super cool. I just want the thumb drive to use for other stuff too, because this does look super cool, and it's only 20 bucks. If you don't want the physical cartridge, if you don't want the extra goodies with it and whatnot, if you just want to play the game, $19.99, it's a great deal. Oh, I forgot to mention the collector's edition I showed you, $59.99. So this does save you over half if you're only going to play through like a RetroPie or an emulator or something like that. And you still do get some additional things too. You get the behind the game developer interview on here, the detailed instruction manual, digital wallpapers, just neat way that they're going ahead and basically taking the way that you can play retro 8-bit style games to the next level. Now, these are only going to be available for pre-order for a very limited time. In North America, you can get this through Limited Run Games and CastlemaniaGames.com, and then in Europe, you can get it through Dragon Box Shop, Strictly Limited, and Spiel Saint. I believe that's how you pronounce that in Germany here. And there is more to be announced later on down the road. This is one of those things that it is a really cool, again, way to change up the retro and modern gaming community. It is a different way and a different sort of presentation. Now, they do also have some FAQs that we're going to go over real quick. And just kind of going through some basic questions on here. What is included in the physical release? The collector's edition includes a frosted 8-bit cartridge, full color instruction manual, cartridge box with exclusive slip cover, game developer interview, certificate of authenticity, animated lenticular card, and a mini poster of the town of West. Many people are interested too if there'll be a standard edition. The answer to that is the collector's edition will be the only version available with the NES cartridge. The only other version will be the digital release. What comes with the digital release? The 8-bit edition comes with a retractable Zoe 8GB USB drive and a display case. Along with the ROM file of the game, you will see digital versions of the manual, game developer interview, and exclusive wallpapers. How many will be made? The certificate has a number on it. Is that a limited total? The number on the certificate sample is just a placeholder. The total number will depend on the number of pre-orders during the ordering window for both cartridge and digital. Note that the digital release will have a numbered sticker on the packaging. Will there be another reprint? Retrobit does not have plans to reprint at this time. You know, a lot of people are going to want to know how is this modern game available to play on the original NES, and this is thanks to the hardworking team at Elden Pixels and help from programmer Brad Smith. The 280 megabit game has been sized down to a 512 kilobit cartridge without taking away critical elements of the game. In addition, new areas to explore have been added, not present in the original 2017 release. For those curious if this might damage your system, what is the voltage on the chip? It uses a 5-volt chip to retain your console's performance, so good to see that they took that sort of details. Are the insert points beveled? Yes, the insert points are beveled and the edges are rounded to allow for proper insertion without damaging your console. Does this have a battery save? Yes. Is it region-free? Like their prior releases, this game is region-free so long as it is compatible with the console. Does it run at 50 Hertz on PAL systems? The game is multi-regional and can run at 60 Hertz for Japan and North America, or 50 Hertz for PAL, Europe, and Australia. So very, very cool information on here. So there you have it, our look at the announcement of Alwas Awakening, the 8-bit edition from Elden Pixels and Retrobit. It's very cool to see them bring another awesome game to the NES. The day that I am filming this, the day before the announcement here, Super Mario Bros. Turns 36 years old. 36 years old today. It was when it was released on the Famicom, and we are still getting new games for the NES. Now that's my top loader, not the front loader. My Famicom is already packed for our move, but this is a really cool announcement. I'm glad to see that Retrobit continues to bring these great features, these great titles to modern and retro gaming fans out there. Again, I want to know from you, are you going to go for the NES version? Are you going to go for the digital version? or are you going to buy each? Again, for the NES limited release, limited edition, you're looking at $59.99, and then for the digital version, you're looking at $19.99. Now, if you do have any other comments or questions, as always, feel free to leave them down below in the comments section. You can also go ahead and email me at rocksolidmail@gmail.com. Send me a message on Twitter at RockSolidStudios. We are on Facebook at facebook.com/RockSolidProductions and Instagram at instagram.com/RockSolidProductions. GK. Now, if you do want to go ahead and get your hands on one of these, as I mentioned, CastlemaniaGames.com in North America will have these available for pre-order. I will have a link to their product page in our pinned comment down below once that does go live. So when this video first goes live, it may not be there. Just keep an eye on the page. I will update that frequently. Now, one of the cool things when you order through CastlemaniaGames.com is you do earn rewards points with their Castle Cash program, where the more you spend, the more you earn towards future purchases. The nice thing too is if you've got 20 bucks in Castle Cash, you've got 20 bucks to spend at the Castle, which is really, really cool. You can also use promo code ROCKSOLID10 to save 10% off of most items on the website. Now, a lot of times on these limited edition cartridges, not applicable to it, but say you need some new Retrobit controllers, Retrobit Super Retro Trio 3 Plus, other accessories, one-up cleaning cards, things along those lines, you can go ahead and use Rock Solid 10 to save 10%. Again, thanks Ryan for offering that. Now, if you do want to stay informed and up to date for when we get our copy of Alwas Awakening, the 8-bit edition, do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button, that bell notification. That way when we do get them, you are kept informed and up to date. And when we go live, you can check it out as well. Now, if you do want to check out any of our other unboxings, if you want to see some of the other really cool limited edition cartridges that Retrobit has done in the past, those videos are coming up for you right now. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to support the future of Rock Solid Productions, you can do so by visiting our Patreon page at patreon.com/rocksolid. For as little as $1 a month, $12 a year, you'll get early access to all of our video content, exclusive content, and a whole lot more. You can also become a channel member here on YouTube for as little as $1.99 a month, and with that, you get a badge next to your name when you comment or post on the channel, and you are acknowledged whether you are a channel member or a Patreon supporter at the end of each and every one of our videos. You can also support the channel by visiting our Teespring store on screen now, where we have t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, masks, cell phone cases, and much more. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon.